want to talk to you about the random orbit sander today a little bit. So this is a random orbit sander. Basically what it does is it goes in an orbit and then it's a random orbit. It kind of has two different orbits, so that way it doesn't leave swirls in your board. They're great tools. They're pretty pricey, so it'd be awesome if you could treat them with care. Try not to let them fall off the tables and things like that. But basically, you're going to mainly just sand the flat surfaces with this. Any face of the board, so this is the face of the board, the bigger surface is the face. You're just going to kind of go back and forth. You don't need to tilt it a lot. Just kind of keep it nice and even. When you first get out of a random orbit sander, you're going to check to make sure there's some sandpaper on it. If you sand without the sandpaper, you wreck this pad. And these pads are about $15 a piece. So it's really great if you can make sure there's sandpaper on it. We have two different kinds of sandpaper. We have some Velcro back sandpaper, and then we have some adhesive back sandpaper. So it just kind of depends on the sander. So you got to make sure you know what sandpaper you need. We're not replacing the sandpaper all the time. We're trying to just replace it when it's needed, because each one of these pieces of sandpaper are about 50 cents, so they're pretty costly. Try not to sand right in the center, like on the sharp corners, because when you sand on the sharp corners, it just cuts right through this and wrecks that pad. So this is not the sander for sharp corners. Sharp corners, most of those you're just going to hand sand. This is more for flat surfaces. You can roll it around the edges a little bit, but we're trying not to sand the real sharp corners. And that's one way we can really do damage. If you do get a new piece of sandpaper and it's the adhesive back, you got to peel all that off really good. And then you have to make sure that's nice and clean before the next one will stick on. If there's the old pad on there, it's not going to stick, right? And if it's a Velcro one, of course adhesive isn't going to stick to Velcro. There's too much grain to it, right? It's just going to fall off. And then another hint on the adhesive ones is you bend it around the edges a little bit, so that way it helps keep it on. You're trying not to touch the back either, right? So if you handle this back, it's like a sticker, and then you try to stick it to the sander, it's going to lose a lot of that adhesive. It'll come off on your hands. So when you carry it like this, you know, try not to get a bunch of dust on it. Don't set it on the table and stuff. And then get it right on the sander, bend it around the edges, and then you'll be good to go. So this is called the random orbit sander. This one happens to be a cordless one. Most of the corded ones are really good too, but they're great. They're great for just making your project better. Spend a lot of time with one. You can sand on all the faces just to make them nice and smooth and make your project a lot better.